Welcome back to the tech sector. Today we are talking about my mining setup, what I'm mining, ROI, hash rate, wattage, things of that sort. I won't go into crazy variables about a bunch of different algorithms, things of that sort. I'm just going over exactly what it is I'm doing. I've had quite a few commenters ask about this, so I'm going to let you guys know in this video right here. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the mining rigs. We'll be talking about hash rate and power usage. So up top, I've got three 1080 Ti's, one 1080, and one 1060 6GB. I've got a 750 watt power supply and an 850 watt power supply. It's outputting 2,950 SOL using 950 watts. I am on the equihash algorithm using the DSTM miner. So that's the constant that you'll see throughout this video. I'm mining equihash on all of my systems using the DSTM miner, so I won't have to repeat myself about that. In the middle, I've got 6 1060s. 5 of them are 3GB models. The first one over here is a 6GB model. It's hooked up to an 850 watt power supply. Outputs just around 1,800 SOL using 620 watts. Down below, I've got 5 1070 Ti's and one 1050 2GB hooked up to a 1,000 watt power supply. This system draws just about 845 watts and outputs just about 260 sols. 2,660 sols. I hope I said that right. My mind is all over the place. Anyways, over here we've got my test bench. So this is unoptimized. I won't be counting this, but if you guys are interested, it is a 1080 mini and two 1060 3GB. This system outputs 960 SOL, uses about 380 watts. But like I said, it's not optimized and I won't be counting it in my overall review at the end of the video. And then we have my nice cute little window mining PC over here. So some of you may be familiar with this already. It's 6 1050s hooked up to a 600 watt power supply, outputs 900 SOL, uses about 330 watts. Here is the screen share, or I guess, yeah, well, the remote login. As you can see, it outputs 900 SOL. So as usual, I've got my little document on the left-hand side here. I want to make this clear. I'm not going over the most profitable coin right now. I'm going over what I'm specifically mining, my current profitability rate on that specific coin, even though it may not be the most profitable, and current electricity rates, things of that sort. We're going to make a completely separate video going over what's the most profitable GPU to mine with, and what's the most profitable coins and things of that sort in a completely separate video, because if we got into it in this video, it'll go on forever. So we're gonna start at the top, just like in the intro. The 1080 Ti rig, as you know, it's on equihash. Right now I'm mining Zcash on it, and it just so happens that Zcash at the moment is, according to what to mine, the most profitable equihash coin to mine. So the hash rate's 2950. I just realized it's 2950. I could crank it up a little bit more, get it to 3000. Electricity, 950 watts. That equates to $68.40 a month. That's using the national average of 10 cents a month, 10 cents per kilowatt hour. So I live in New York. My electricity rate is actually higher than this, but I've got a whole thing with solar panels and things of that sort. So my electricity bill is not as high as you may think it is. But for most of you out there, you'll be dealing with 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Some of you may be dealing with less. So I'm just using 10 cents just so you guys, as you're watching the video, you can get an average without having to go and calculate and all this other stuff. So my cost to build a system back in 2017, that's really important, 2017, it was $3,500. My entire system ROI'd in 4 months. And it was all thanks to that huge spike in price back in December and January. At that time, almost all of my rigs ROI'd completely. So that was pretty awesome. If you were trying to replicate that same exact system right now it would cost you $4,300. So as you can see, $4,300 is quite a lot more than the original $35 that I paid. And if you look at the current ROI for the most profitable coin, which just so happens to be Zcash, it would be about 20 months to pay it off. And this is my current monthly profit. This, I just calculated these numbers like 10 minutes ago, so it is up to date. $261 a month, take out $68 for electricity, you've got $193 in profit. It may be more profitable to mine some other coin, but this is what I'm mining as of right now, and you're gonna see how this whole profitability thing changed through the different rigs and the different coins that I'm mining. Now onto the 1060 system. So as you guys know, it's on equihash. I'm mining Hush though, not the most profitable coin. As you can see on What to Mine, it's quite down there. And if you were to go on What to Mine and switch it to a 1060, you'd see that, look at that, Ethash, Ethereum, is the most profitable to mine on a 1060. So Hush is quite down there on the list. It's out of the top 10. So this is not the most profitable thing to mine on the 1060 right now. I know that, but I don't care. My system is already ROI'd. So we're gonna run over the numbers real quick. Hash rate 1800, electricity 620 watts, and that's about $44 a month. I built it for $1,800 back in 2017. I was able to get a lot of my GPUs on sale, so that shaved a lot off the cost. It ROI'd in just about that same 3-month time frame. Like I said, I pretty much sold a lot of my coins in the end of December and beginning of January, so I made a good chunk of profit, and I was able to basically pay off all my systems. If you were to try to replicate this build, it would cost you at the minimum $2,200, and you would not be getting the Asus Sabertooth 1060 3GB models. You'd be probably end up finding the MSI or the Gigabyte 1060 3GB models, and those are running about $280, and that build would cost you at least $2,200. And using that new number of $2,200, assuming you were trying to build a rig right now, you would ROI in 19 months if you were going with a more profitable coin like Ethereum or Zcash or something like that. And if you were mining on Hush like I am, you would ROI in 24 months. That's 2 years. That's assuming everything stays the way it is. You guys already know crypto is just absolute madness. So for all you know, that 24 months could be shaved down to 2 months if the market suddenly spikes in a month or so. So current profitability as of right now is $91 a month once you take away $44 of electricity. So those are my current numbers for that. On the 1070 Ti, I'm also running it equihash, but I'm mining Zencash instead. So I'm curious to see like how does What to Mine crunch this stuff out. So Zencash is, wow, look at that, it's bottom. I think that's number 10. So Zencash is not the most profitable thing to mine on the 1070 Ti. Apparently Pearl on the Ethash algorithm is. But like I said, I'm not mining that. It's cranking out 2660 on equihash, and it's using 845 watts, using about $60 a month in electricity. And I built a system for $2,800 back in 2017. Like I said, it already ROI'd in 3.5 months. If you want to replicate the same exact system right now, it's going to cost a pretty penny. $4,200. That's almost $1,400 more than I originally paid for this exact system. And the reason why is because the 1070 Ti's are extremely good at mining, and these third-party sellers know that, so they are cranking the prices up like crazy. So the cards that I bought for $450 or for $500 back in 2017, they're now selling at a minimum of $600 if you could find one. I see most of them selling for like $640, $650. The current ROI on the most profitable coin, which is Pearl Ethash, is just about 3 months. 23 months. And on Zencash, which is what I'm mining, it would be about 28 months if I were to replicate the system build right now. My current profitability is $210 a month. and $60 in electricity, and total is 150. So 150 bucks a month isn't too bad, but still you would have to pay $4,200 to attain that 150 a month, and you won't see any profit for 2 years, assuming, like I said, the market stays where it is right now. You never know, it may go up. Now my 1050 window rig, it's also mining equihash, but it's on Bitcoin private. It's cranking out 900 souls using 330 watts and $23 of electricity. I built the system for 900 bucks back in 2017. Of course, I got a lot of the GPUs on sale. I was paying as low as $85, $88 for these things. My personal ROI, it has actually not ROI'd as yet completely. I think half of the system is ROI'd. So I'm projecting within the next 4 to 8 months, it'll be able to pay itself off, assuming I cash out every month after I'm mining Bitcoin private, which I won't. I'm holding Bitcoin private because the value is very, very low right now. The current cost to build, if you want to replicate it right now, is about 1,200 bucks. The current ROI is about 21 months if you were mining the most profitable coin. They don't even have the 1050 on what to mine, so I just use the 1050 Ti, but you can't mine Ethereum and stuff like that on the 1050. Oh, because the DAG files are too big for Ethereum now, but I think you can mine Expanse. I think Ethereum Classic, the DAG file is getting pretty big up in size now. I know for a fact you couldn't mine Music Coin, because I was mining Music Coin for a short while there. Current ROI, if I continue to mine Bitcoin private, is 20 months, and my monthly profit is $57. So total is 80. Take away your 23 in electricity, you've got $57. That's it. So I decided to go ahead and quickly add up what each rig is making a month. I'm well aware that they're not the most profitable rigs, meaning that they could be on a more profitable coin, but that's okay. I just want to show you guys what I'm making. So 491 total. That's what I'm making as of right now a month. That number can go up or down by drastic amounts depending on the market. Now, what I'm curious though is how much hardware you need to get here. So we're gonna add that up too. So it looks like our final number is 11,900. So let's just call it 12 grand to make 500 a month. That sounds crazy. Spending 12 grand to make 500 a month, that doesn't make any sense. Not to mention, these systems would ROI in 2 years if the market stayed static, which we all know it will not. Chances are the market will go back up, but chances are it's also gonna go back down. So crypto's very erratic. It's a big gains, big loss kind of market. It's not somewhere you could play around if you don't have the cash to waste. I took a big leap of faith and spent a bunch on credit to buy my systems. And it just so happens that I was able to ROI everything in December and January, and I don't have a buttload of debt anymore. But some people may not be that lucky, so that's why I'm giving the same advice that everybody else does. Do not spend what you don't have. So in my last video, Eduardo Oliveira, by the way, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name, he asked a bunch of questions. So I think I'm going to keep this as a little mini series. If you guys continue to ask questions, I'll just answer them at the end of the following video. So I already answered most of his questions in this video, but I'll finish off the ones that I did not answer already. So he says, what are you expecting? I'm hoping that the market's going to go up, but this is crypto, man. Nobody knows what's going to happen. All I can say is that if you look at the entire graph between 2016, 2017, 2018, it is very obvious that all the coins are slowly trending upwards. So that's a good thing. In the long term, I'm expecting that a lot will happen with crypto. In the short term, though, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. Holding any coins. I'm holding all of my coins. I don't remember all my coins off the top of my head, but Bitcoin private, Bitcoin, Zcash. I just don't remember to have a music playing in the background, and I really hope I don't get a copyright strike for it. Let's see. Yeah, Zcash, Bitcoin private, Hush, Ethereum. I have a bunch of other coins, but I don't remember them right off the top of my head. So I'm holding everything. I'm not selling and I'm not trading. And I talked about power already. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video about the mining profitability of my rigs and things of that sort. I know it ran a little long, but I tried to keep the information as short as possible while giving you guys as much info as possible. There is quite a few videos coming very soon. Desk mining PCs and the mining rig frame for the little budget test bench I'm gonna have over here. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.